Do you ever wonder how much history is right next to you and you don't even know it? Today we're at another historic site, the Apple Valley Inn. This site was historic when it started and it opened in the mid-1900s, but what has it become today? Join us today on Beyond the Farm, Hidden SoCal Adventures as we explore what was this property and what has it become. So you may have seen this hotel as you pass by on Highway 18 near Bass Hill Road at the base of what used to be the historic Hilltop House, which has actually just recently in the last couple of years been demolished finally. It was a hotel and restaurant that was originally built by Newton T. Bass to attract wealthy land buyers to the area. Him and his partner Bernard Bud Westland owned the Apple Valley Ranchos Development Corp., which helped build the inn. Now, it was originally opened in Thanksgiving of 1948 and was a popular destination in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. It was even frequented by Bob Hope, Marilyn Monroe, John Wayne, and even Richard Nixon. They even had entertainment for the guests, which included famous cowgirl, celebrity, and trick roper Texas Rose Baskin. Oddly enough, the inn only used to allow white Christian patrons, which were a part of the Apple Valley Ranchos racial policies, which were established in its CC&Rs dated February 14, 1945. Thankfully, the restrictions were increasingly relaxed through the 50s, mainly because GI Bill money was starting to pour in for land buyers, and that was a requirement by the federal government. In the 50s, this property was actually used in movies such as Highway Dragnet and There's Always Tomorrow. In 1965, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans became residents of Apple Valley and leased the inn and restaurant, which was then renamed to the Roy Rogers Apple Valley Inn. They even created the outdoor steak fry and the Roy Rogers riding stables, which were two popular enterprises attached to the inn here. So we'll take a break from the history of the place and we'll go check out a few places around here. So here, there's like a shuffleboard court, and the pool is over here, so let's go take a look. You can see the old, like, patio kind of. That's pretty cool. Oh look, the pool. That has seen better days for sure. But you know what, considering it's 70 years old, it's actually not too bad. I don't know if I can get over there, but it looks like that's where all the old like tennis courts or something is, in addition to this one that's right here. I'm gonna go off-road a little bit here because I'm curious. You can see the old tennis courts. You can see some of the markings and stuff are still here. But I'm curious what these things are up here. Oh yeah, even more tennis courts. These you can actually get onto, it looks like. That's pretty cool. Ooh, sketchy. Wow. This is pretty interesting. This stuff must have just sat here for years, nothing done to it at all. It's really unfortunate. This place is odd for sure. It's one of those weird ones where you can tell it's old and it's been here for a while, but considering how old it is, I mean, it's possible too that some of these tennis courts, like this one here that I'm on, was part of the like restoration from 2003? But still, it's pretty good. And maybe this other one over here, this other tennis court, is original, hence why it doesn't have anything left of it. Like no paint, you know, obviously no net, but you can see even the, some of the lines are still there, which is actually kind of cool. Yeah. Eventually, in 1987, the inn was closed, and it remained vacant for almost 16 years before it was purchased by the Lakritz Partnership in November of 2003, and they started restoring the property. Today, if you come by and look at the property, you'll see it looks nothing like it used to in its heyday. All of the former elements are still here, including the rooms, the pool, the basketball / tennis courts, and even the famous lobby, which is right behind me here. Today, the property is used by multiple small businesses looking for a storefront in the local Apple Valley area. It's nothing like its former glory, but it's still being used to serve the local and small business community. This is yet another example of a prominent piece of high desert history that's just faded into almost non-existence. So hopefully next time you pass by here at this historic location, you can remember what Apple Valley came from and what it can be in the future. A small, thriving community based on local businesses seeking to succeed. Thank you guys for joining us on this short adventure to the Apple Valley Inn. We just love looking into pieces of history and lesser known places that have kind of faded in history. If you haven't seen, one of our last videos in this series was actually on the Hilltop House, which is right behind the camera above me here, and it's actually been demolished since I recorded that video, and looking to make a new video on it soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it when it does come out pretty soon. Thank you guys again, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.